Since I've had a break from game reviews to spend my time regretting every choice I've made and sucking at Banjo-Kazooie, I'm now ready to fart out another review of a game nobody cares about. Top Gear Rally on the N64 because I forgot I had anything besides PlayStation 1 games for the last 4 months. And a cool sounding racer, which disappointingly doesn't include Jeremy Clarkson being a lovable asshole, Richard Hammond trying to kill himself, and James May existing, as the beautiful man he is. Top Gear Rally was my first N64 game, back when my miserable town had a game shop that died horribly months after opening. The news sticker is still here from 20 years ago, and I do like how older games almost feel like relics of another person's life, markings that seem to tell a grand story. I'm also a fan of the box designer's lack of skill in the art of capitalization. And yeah, I do have quite strong feelings towards this game. But am I just a fucking idiot? Well... Races happen. You're involved. Go try winning shit. Despite boasting high-octane action, it's actually closer to a realistic racer. The controls, though simple, feel pretty heavy. Like yo ma. But that helps them to feel really tight once you get used to them. The weight and handling feel impressively realistic, yet you can still magically perform a perfect reverse turn without killing everyone. The controls work as you'd expect, yet aren't restrictive. They can be fiddly at first, thanks to the N64's control stick making my driving look like I suffered a fucking Parkinson's, but you eventually adapt to use the sensitivity to make sharper turns manageable. It just takes time to get used to, unlike me. I hope you like the sound of car engines and minor bumps, because I sure do. Wait, no. Like the controls, the game looks pretty realistic. In other words, often fucking depressing. Honestly though, the graphics are good, and the charmingly simple skyboxes blend with the detailed landscapes very well. These nice weather effects also make me pretty nostalgic, because in the UK most beautiful coastal routes look like this anyway. You race. You race 20 cars, try to come first, and it's quite realistic. There's not really much chaos at first, but if you have the time and lack of reasons to live, you can unlock the maximum speed cars. And then, this game becomes the chaotic Brian Seal killer it promised. No, seriously, shit gets crazy. Back then, I imagine this was bloody insane. But if you actually enjoy living and decide not to spend days getting this far, the heavy realism can lead to it being a bit mundane. The game's modes are the expected regulars, but in the main single player, you begin races at the very rear end, meaning you need to make this frantic chase to get to first, and any faults can completely ruin your chances. It's a demanding game, but once you get those top level cars, say good fucking bye to any boredom. And sanity. And physical well-being. Cars can kinda be customized with different suspension, tires, and crap like that. And you can design your own paintwork, which is really cool. But unless you want to rally drive as a fucking milkman, the cars are all quite similar. Tracks are straightforward, a few alternate paths and some open-ish spaces. The simple design helps the simple gameplay, and there is a mix of wide stretching parts for overtaking, smaller more challenging parts, various slopes and inclines, and massive walls to kill yourself on like the maniac you are. Sadly, there are only 4 tracks and some mirrored variants, besides the 5th track that fuck if I can be bothered to unlock. The weather does change how you play, but the track simplicity can get a bit stale. Unlike me. The music sounds terribly bit crushed. Clearly, all the developers are fucking morons. However, I find this makes a certain atmosphere I don't think games will ever have again. It's like stepping back in time, or to the bedroom of a penniless fuck like me. The compositions themselves are your standard late 90s racing game affair. They have a nice energetic sound and fit well. I like them, but it's nothing worth caring about. Unlike me. Another thing games don't seem to bother with now is the little visual details in the backgrounds. Buildings, lighthouses, waterfalls that help to make each area feel more alive. You can see birds by the coast, nice lakes and forests in the distance. I always love seeing something far away, wanting to go there yet not being able to. Makes a real desire for adventure, and a pretty good analogy of my pathetic hopes and dreams. Races work in seasons, so you have some races in a tournament that lead to more races in more tournaments, which go into your yearly progress. Yeah, I don't know shit about cars, so put simply, do the races in order, bitch. So, in conclusion, Top Gear Rally scored 6 out of 10. It is a very solid racer. Maybe my enjoyment mostly comes from personal fondness, but its positives are very clear. Overall, it plays well and has its own special little charm, but it is just a racer, albeit a good one. And a fucking blast once you put the time in. Anyway, now that we're done here, you can return to making that successful Let's Play series and enjoying life. Unlike me. Later.